Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you might just shake up the NFC West in ways we didn't see coming. The Seahawks, a team that has always been known for their resilience and innovative approach, are once again at a crossroads. And this time, it's all about the quarterback position. You see, the NFL landscape is constantly shifting, and the Seahawks are no strangers to that. Just recently, they made a move that surprised many. They traded away Geno Smith to the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, that might seem like a setback at first glance, but if you look deeper, it's part of a bigger plan, a calculated risk that could pay off massively for Seattle. So, with Geno gone, the Seahawks found themselves in a position that's both challenging and full of potential. They needed a new quarterback, and they needed him quickly. Enter Sam Darnold, a player who's been through a lot, yet still has the talent and the potential to be a game-changer if everything aligns. Seattle signed Darnold to a 3-year deal, and at first, it looked like they were making a smart move. Darnold had a breakout year last season with the Minnesota Vikings, guiding them to 14 wins in the regular season, which is no small feat. That kind of production, combined with his talent, gave Seahawks fans hope that maybe, just maybe, he could be the guy to lead them back to the playoffs, or even further, towards another Super Bowl appearance. But hold on, because things aren't always as straightforward as they seem. As we look into the details of Darnold's contract, it becomes clear that the Seahawks might not be committed to him for the long haul beyond this season. His deal doesn't have guaranteed money beyond 2025, which means Seattle has some flexibility. If after this season, things don't go as planned, and Darnold doesn't perform or the team isn't satisfied, they could release him with a relatively manageable dead cap hit. We're talking about just $6.4 million in 2026 and $19.2 million in 2027. Numbers that are not overwhelming in NFL terms, especially for a team like Seattle that's always looking to keep flexibility for future moves. Now, you might be wondering, why would the Seahawks consider parting ways with Darnold after just 1 year? Well, that's where things get interesting. You see, there's a real possibility that this offense could become a train wreck if certain factors don't fall into place. And those factors are not just about Darnold's performance, but also about the environment around him. One of the biggest concerns is that Darnold might struggle outside of a system like Kevin O'Connell's, which has shown to maximize quarterback talents effectively. Clint Kubiak, the promising offensive coordinator in Seattle, is still developing his reputation, and he's not quite on the same level as O'Connell when it comes to creating a quarterback-friendly environment. But beyond coaching, there's another critical aspect that could undermine Darnold's success: the weapons around him. Moving from a duo like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison to Jackson Smith-Njigba and Cooper Kupp is like trading in a Ferrari for a big wheel. Sure, Smith-Njigba and Kupp are talented, but they're not yet proven at the same level, and that difference could make a huge impact on Darnold's ability to elevate the offense. The offensive line is another concern. Yes, Charles Cross and Gray Zabel are solid on the left side, but the other 3 positions, that's still a question mark. And remember, Darnold's history shows he's pressure sensitive. When under pressure, he's more prone to mistakes, and if the offensive line doesn't improve or holds up, we might see him struggle to find rhythm, leading to turnovers and frustration. And here's the thing, all these factors combined could lead to an offensive meltdown, a scenario where the Seahawks find themselves back at square one, searching for a franchise quarterback again. That's when the real question arises: what's next? Outside of Darnold, the Seahawks currently have rookies like Jalen Milroe, a 3rd-round pick, who's still very much a project. Milroe has some intriguing traits, but he's not ready to carry the team just yet, which leaves the Seahawks in a tricky spot. If they decide to move on from Darnold after this season, they'll likely take a serious look at Milroe, giving him extended reps to see what he can develop into. But as any smart NFL team knows, it's risky to rely solely on a rookie quarterback, especially one who's still raw and unproven. This is where things get even more interesting. Reports and rumors are suggesting that the Browns might be willing to part ways with Deshaun Watson. Yes, Watson, who's had his share of off-field issues and inconsistent play, could become an intriguing option for Seattle. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would the Seahawks consider a player like Watson, given his recent history? Well, the key here is the cost. Watson, due to his recent struggles and off-field concerns, could come at a very low financial cost, almost a bargain bin deal. It would be a gamble, no doubt, but one that could pay off if he finds his rhythm again and returns to being a top-tier quarterback. Imagine Watson in a Seahawks uniform, at a minimum salary, coming in to weather the early storm of a rebuilding offense, providing stability and experience. Then, as the season progresses, the Seahawks could transition to Milroe or even look to add a signal caller in the next draft. This kind of strategic move, bringing in a veteran like Watson, who has the talent but needs a fresh start, and then developing the rookie, could set up Seattle for a solid future, even if it's not immediate. Plus, the financial aspect makes it a very appealing option for a team that always tries to be smart with its cap space. All of this points to a very interesting and complex scenario unfolding in Seattle. The Seahawks are at a crossroads, and their decision in the coming months will define their direction for years to come. Whether they stick with Darnold and hope for the best, or take a shot on a veteran like Watson, or even give Milroe a real chance, it's clear that the quarterback position remains the biggest question mark. And that's what makes this offseason so exciting for Seahawks fans: the potential for a shakeup, a new chapter, and maybe even a return to the top of the NFC West. So, what do you think, Seahawks fans? Are you optimistic about Darnold's chances to succeed in Seattle? Or do you believe the team should be looking elsewhere, maybe even considering Watson or another veteran to stabilize things quickly? Whatever your thoughts, I want to hear from you. Drop your comments below, let me know your predictions, and tell me who you think should be leading the Seahawks in 2025 and beyond. Remember, this is just the beginning. A lot can change between now and the start of next season. The NFL is unpredictable, and Seattle always finds a way to surprise us, whether through bold moves or developing hidden gems. Stay tuned because I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and inside information on the Seahawks and the rest of the NFL. Thanks for joining me, and as always, go Hawks. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seattle Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.